Hello, happy Tuesday, happy Facebook Live, happy Zoom, welcome everyone with me tonight. So Dawn, just let me, good, hello, hello Dawn. And who have we got on Facebook? I've got you guys, Franca, welcome. So I'm doing, double duty tonight. I am doing Zoom and Facebook at the same time tonight. So it's kind of, it's cool because I've got two screens to talk to and lots of people. So welcome everyone. Welcome. Hi Kendra. Hi Franca. Welcome. Diana. Welcome. Welcome. So we'll just give it a couple of minutes for us to gather. Sorry. Oh, one thing about I don't care if I make mistakes anymore and drop stuff. I keep dropping my mess. Anyway, while we're waiting for Facebook to let everybody know I'm live, I thought I'll take a second. I really have been looking at my work and how I can bring more to you, because every time I work, there's this I don't want to say pain, but this strength in my heart, this power that I try and convey and share with you about how passionate I am about not just my work, not just being a medium or passive or whatever it is, but our souls, because I've learned so much from working with spirit and working with those that have passed, that I just have such a different perspective. So I'm really quite excited to share with you that in January, I'm kind of announcing this prematurely. The girls are going to kill me because we're not even ready yet. Still in talking phases. But in January, we're going to be doing two things. So divine energy, we're going to start looking at the year of the soul. So our soul goes through transitional periods, just like the seasons, and with the seasons and with the vibration of the different seasons. And this is just something I've noticed in my work. I've noticed in my own healing, in my own work. So I'm going to be working with that. But here's the other thing. We're going to work with the 12 laws of the universe. So every month we're going to focus on a different law of the universe. So whether it's the law of attraction, the law of oneness, whatever it is, we're going to be working on them in 2021, which can't come at a better time. And this is why I'm announcing it for you. If you wait, well, you can join now. Divine Energy has a 7-day free trial. So if you want to take advantage of that, get in there and check out what we've done over the past year. I think you'll really enjoy it. But also be with us for January, because for $25 a month, you can't go wrong. And anyways, that's all I'm gonna say. I can't share much more with you, but I really just had to tell you because I'm so excited. So let's get to focus on tonight. So hi Kelly, welcome. I don't know who else I have unless you tell me. Serena, Angelina, Patricia, Karen, and Abella, welcome everybody. So let's get to work. Now, I have come on Facebook Live, I don't know how many times, I don't know how many blogs I've written talking about raising your vibration. We have Dawn James, for those that are on Zoom, Dawn Vibrational Energy. She's joined us tonight, so thank you, Dawn, all the way from Costa Rica. So she's taught me so much. I've learned to this last blog. I've written about energy, but it's our spiritual and our emotional energy. So I've kind of looked at it from a different perspective. So it's not just protecting our vibrational energy, it's about setting those spiritual boundaries, those emotional boundaries that affect our vibration. So I wanted to sort of approach it from a different perspective. So as much as we like to think we control what happens around us and other people, the fact is we can't. Likewise, nobody can control you. And so focusing on other people's responses to us, other people's actions towards us, their behaviors will deplete our energy. So it's not just about protecting and putting up boundaries and wearing the white light, which I'll talk a little bit more in detail, or carrying the appropriate crystals. It's really about observing your outside world out here and how it's affecting you physically, emotionally, spiritually. And this is what I wanted to talk to you about. Because if we become too entangled, not just in people, but in situations, situations in the world, we absorb that energy, we take that on. So if we just look, I don't know, I'm really embarrassed to admit to this, but I am so addicted to the politics in the States right now that it's sickening. It's like I just can't. I'm almost embarrassed to admit it, but it's so entertaining. It's sad, actually. It's sad for the American people. But I mean, if we use that as an example, there is times where it's like, oh my God, I catch myself and I have to disconnect. Much like we have to disconnect from other people, whether it's family, whether it's friends. So when you find yourself in a situation that, not in a healthy way, we have to ask ourselves, what can we do to remove ourselves from this energy? So whether or not it's, changing or turning off the TV and putting on music, whatever. So I wanted to sort of talk to you tonight about some of the things that you can do that are really, really simple little things to protect you, not just from psychic attacks or, low vibrations, but just emotionally and physically, your health, all of those things. So I've already mentioned one, white light, very traditional. Many healers protect themselves with white light. So that we imagine surrounding ourselves, in a white bubble. Or I used to joke in my workshops that I had a bubble wrap jacket and pants, bubble wrap suit to protect me. But the white light, it sort of wraps and seals our energy field and protects us sort of from that outside world. So simply by envisioning this bubble around us, or around a family member, or around our house or our car or our pets or whatever requires it, by simply imagining that, we've helped protect our force field, our aura, if you will, our energy. Something else that we come across, and I've already sort of mentioned this indirectly, but is limiting, draining situations. So it's not just people that can drain our energy, it's situations. So certain people are more draining. All got people in our family, it's usually family, because we kind of have to stick with them. Friends, if it's a draining person, we tend to remove them from our bubble, if you will. But family, we're not so quick to do. So anybody that sort of drains that, it's up to you to remove yourself from that situation, or at least begin to limit your interaction. So I have said for 100 years, and my husband actually said it's one of the things I've taught him is we have our family, we can love them, we are there to support and help them however we can, but we don't have to like them. That's just the facts of the matter. There's always that spiritual, energetic connection, but we certainly, interestingly enough, look at the ones you don't like because they're showing you something that's part of your soul's journey, which is something for another night. But look at situations that are draining for you, whether it's a social situation. As soon as you say yes to doing something, going someplace you don't want to go, you have just affected your aura, your spiritual boundary. You've crossed that line. You don't have to say yes to everything. So pick and choose who and what situations you're putting yourself in. And if you find yourself in a situation, it's okay to step away and step back and perhaps leave if you have to. One of the things we can do to help clearer, I've just got to flip my notes here because otherwise I get on a tangent about something and totally miss stuff. So one of the things you do to sort of clear your vibrational energy and your energy field, if you will, your aura, is water. Water is, without question, the largest, most available healing element that we have here on Earth. So whether or not you are using, salt water, whether or not you're in a lake, an ocean, just being by the water makes a difference for us. A shower, a bath. We always take showers. We always take baths. They make us feel better. What do we do at the end of a stressful day? So when you find yourself in that situation, bathing, if you will, in whatever water it is, just allow the water to wash over you and just allow and visualize it releasing and washing all that icky stuff off you as you go forward. So, and always give gratitude and thanks to the water, the universe, for cleansing you. So, I've talked about many times over our words. The words that we choose make such a difference. So they're incredibly easy to change. Instead of but, you used however is one. Instead of saying no, you can use perhaps and reframe it in a different way. So we're really powerful. And if we find ourselves in a situation where you feel like you have to protect yourself energetically and mentally as well, the words that we choose are so powerful. The meaning, the symbolization, the words that we use. So always look for choosing words that can be used in a positive way instead of a negative way, so a higher vibration. I'm going to use the term spirit, spirit team, heaven, God, whatever word resonates, but asking for protection from them or it. I'm thinking of nouns here, I should be using. So angels protect us in beautiful ways, and we only need to be opened and ask. One of the most important archangels that's available to us is Michael. Michael translated is he who is like God. And Michael, Archangel Michael, will come and wrap his wings around you and protect you whenever needed. So just ask. So simply by asking for a parent or a loved one or your spirit guide, even if you don't know who they are, to come in and protect you, is one very quick way. So the other thing I wanted to touch on too is and this is sort of going into vibrational energy, but sort of expanding it more into the physical. So research in quantum physics, neuroscience, science in general is starting to see, the power of us creating our own world. I mean, it's proof. It's proof it happens. And even very ancient spiritual practices, religions of all kinds, belief systems, regardless of what they are, all are ultimately centered in calling us to love. So, always coming from a very powerful place of love is one way of sort of putting a vibe out there, putting protection, if you will, out there, putting an energy out there that protects us, because nothing can touch love. And love is our biggest healer. So, incorporating all or any of these practices into your life, you'll notice without question a change in how you feel. You'll notice that suddenly you can breathe, and there's a sense of freedom to that. So you might find that you're happier, you feel a little more refreshed. So keeping in mind that a person is entirely made up of energy, always being friendly energy, always being a compassionate, loving energy, reveals us in our highest self. It reveals us in our best self. And for this reason alone, pardon me, energetic or spiritual boundaries are necessary for our physical and our spiritual health. We need to protect ourselves. So I'm going to kind of leave it there for you. I want you just to take away from that whatever feels right. So it's not just about keeping a high vibration. It's also very important to have those boundaries and that protection around you. So thank you for listening. So welcome, everyone. Good evening, Kendra. I'm well. Who else do we have that's joined us? Let me just scroll up here. Kathy, how are you? Welcome. Can I tell you something about my husband? I cannot. That would be spying, and I can't do that. No. We can't read, if that's what you're looking for, without permission. And the intention of Facebook tonight is not to do reading. I don't think that's fair to you or Spirit to be in such a forum to try and work with them in that way. So sorry for that. I think you have to trust your own intuition. You know him better than I do, and take it from there. So if anybody has any questions, please post them. I'm just going to check on let me check the chat there. Good. Okay. So Kathy, again, this is not evening for Facebook Live, and not an appropriate place for concerns. So we'll move on. What can we do in our environment to keep healthy boundaries? So if you're talking about our physical environment, lots of things. Clearing out anything that is not healthy to us, both physically, spiritually, emotionally. I think, especially if we're looking at our room and our house and our home, we have to look at, what cleaning products we're using. We have to look at clutter. We have to look at, what's in our home, the pieces that are in our home. Do they bring us joy? If they don't, get them out. I did a reading this past weekend, and I think it was the mother-in-law came through and talked about how the daughter-in-law didn't like the grandfather clock they had inherited, and that it was okay. She didn't have to keep it. So when we have things in our house, we feel a responsibility to keep something because somebody gave it to us, not a healthy thing to do. So I would look at decluttering. I would look at cleansing your space. You might even want to look at a little bit of feng shui, if you want to play with that a little bit, and look at the type of food that you have in your house. Fresh food, obviously, is best for us. Higher vibrational food. So definitely would help bring the light into our home. The other thing you can do, I mentioned your bubble, your white light around you. You can actually envision that around your home, around your house, around your desk at work, or anything else to help protect. So I hope that answers your question. Thank you. Teresa, welcome. If you need to develop your intuition, can you take Karen's online class for intuition development? Teresa, you're so funny. So, just so you know, if you've noticed the post there from Teresa Martin is one of my lovely team that works with me, and we are taking we're advanced sales, I guess we could call it, on the intuitive development course. So if you're interested, just drop us a note or send us a private message, and you can look at taking the online course for intuitive development, which we're launching officially November 3rd. So we've done a soft launch, but everything's coming together. We've done some updates and made a few changes, so we're going to do an official launch November 3rd. If you would like to be on the pre-notification list, just send us a Facebook message or an email. We'll put you on a list, and that entitles you to a discount effective November 3rd. So thank you for mentioning that, Teresa. You're so cute. Because she knows I wouldn't mention it. I don't even think about stuff like that. So that is my talk for tonight. If you are want to sort of take this a step further, this time next Tuesday, I'll be going live again on Zoom, and we'll be doing a meditation to help clear our vibrational energy and help create boundaries. So if you haven't subscribed to my newsletter, please do, and we'll add you to that email list, and then you can get the link to join us next Tuesday. So Franca, hi, welcome. I have a friend that is making me feel uncomfortable when I'm around her. I feel guilty distancing myself. Is there anything to make me break free? Well, right at the top, Franca, you can't control other people. You can only control you. If someone is making you uncomfortable, a couple of things I'm going to offer. One, perhaps look at what's making you uncomfortable, because I have found in my experience, everyone we're connected is there for a reason to help us grow, evolve spiritually in some way. So this friend is teaching you in some way. So I would certainly pay attention to that. The second thing I would say to you is it's okay to distance. The person is not your responsibility. They're responsible for themselves. You're no more responsible for her than she is for you. Right? We agree? Good. Part two of that, feeling guilt is one of the most useless emotions as human beings we hold. My definition, if you will, of guilt based on my own personal experience is when we feel guilty, we're reflecting back or looking at something that we want to do or we wanted to do, and yet we know it would be looked upon by other people. So it would not meet with others' approval. This is what makes us feel guilty. Now, should you feel guilty if you rob a bank? Absolutely. Should you feel guilty because someone does not inspire you, someone does not bring you joy, someone has a negative effect on you. Absolutely not. I'm giving you permission tonight, Franca, to distance yourself in that relationship. Um, I don't, as far as breaking free, it's just you have to take that step. Baby steps if need be, but nonetheless, take those steps. So, thank you. Barb, hi Barb. Oops, sorry guys. I'm trying to read both messages here, back and forth. So, Barb, any tips on changing energy to help sell a property? Well, is it your energy or the house that has the, or is it your thoughts? So we have to look at, does the property perhaps need some clearing or saging, smudging? There's many different techniques. We don't have to always use the invasive smudging, which, you know what, maybe I'll write a blog about that because I don't think I've ever written about that. I'll write a newsletter about different ways of clearing energy in your home. So I'd look at that, but I'd also look at your own energy. What are you bringing into the home? So if your home does not bring you joy, that's going to radiate out into the home. It's going to be picked up by people that come into the home. So pardon me, prospective purchasers are going to pick up that vibe. Whether it's consciously or subconsciously, we pick up vibes. I'm sitting here talking about it. I'm aware of vibes, but even the most disconnected individual still picks up vibes. We still get feelings about things. Whether or not we trust them is a different story. So I would look at that. For some reason, I feel like intuitively, Barb, how you feel about the home is part of the issue. I hope that that you can relate to. So perhaps look at your thoughts when it comes to the home, and also your thoughts about how you're selling the house. If you're telling the universe, I'm never going to sell this house, I'm never going to get out of here, I'm never going to move on to the next part of my life, whatever it is, I need the money, whatever the reason for you selling your home, if that's your thought process, that's what you're telling the universe. So the universe is going to say, okay, no problem, we won't sell. So see yourself selling the house, see and feel, and this is the important part. We can't just think it. We can't just think nice thoughts. We have to feel those nice thoughts. So feel yourself selling that home. Feel yourself moving out and feel someone coming and bringing love into the new place. So I hope that's helpful for you. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Frank. Hi, Mary. Welcome. Welcome. Good. Okay, so I'll just give us another second. So just before, I was just going to share a little story. So if you have questions or comments, please post them, because it does take about 30 seconds for me to actually get them at this end, but I'll tell you a little story. I actually posted on Facebook about this week, but I have to tell you in person because it was so funny. So I do readings. I connect with those that have passed. That's what I do. I got an appointment this week, and a lovely lady and her daughter, so sweet, who immediately, the uncle came through and the grandparents / mom and dad came through. And I find when I do mediumship readings, the people that come through first, sort of quick and fast, are the ones that are just coming in to say hi. Sort of the quick and dirty is just letting you know. And then we sort of go through those. And then the person that's the intended, I was going to say the intended victim, but the intended connection usually comes up after that. So the uncle came through, the parents came through, we communicated, I shared, and then a cat came through. And I'm thinking to myself, a cat, like I've had pets come through, as many of you know, animals come through often. But as it turns out, they actually booked the reading to communicate and connect with recently had to put down. I am here to tell you that cat did not disappoint. I talked to a cat for a half an hour. I can't, like, I couldn't believe it. So the cat came through with messages of love and that everything was okay, and gave affirmation so they knew for sure it was their cat, affirmation of what was going on in their world, and gave them permission to get the new kitten that they've been looking at, which just did my heart great. So such a lovely, lovely story. So thank you. Diane, welcome. I have this strange reoccurring thing of men not looking when speaking to me. It's so strange. They will, okay, hang on. It's a Seymour thing here. They will focus on sitting with me, going on for years now. Is it my energy? It's uncomfortable for me. That's, well, it's definitely an energy thing. I would suggest a couple of things. It's definitely your energy, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's a bad thing. I mean, who are these guys? Are they guys that you want in your life? For starters, maybe you've got a strong, powerful, feminine, divine energy that's intimidating to them. That's not necessarily a bad thing. So maybe look at how you're sitting, how you're presenting yourself. Yeah, like I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily. And a lot of men, you know, and this is speaking from experience because of my personality, because of my energy, and never mind my belief systems. I've been very intimidating to men my whole life. So I get it. Sometimes it is our energy, but that's okay because that's who you are, and you will find a man that is man enough to take your energy. So not a bad thing at all. Serena, you're talking about my cousin's reading there for the cat and family. Oh, well, that's awesome. Yeah, they sent me a message actually the next day. So I was so pleased that that worked for them. So yeah, say hi for me to them. So Diane, it's professionals I work with, and even out with friends in bars. So strange. Yeah, I don't think. Well, I mean, it's uh, maybe change the vocabulary of being so strange. So we just talked about that tonight, about the choice of words that we use. Maybe, you know, Diana, it's your energy, and again, not a bad thing, right? So, um, she can call their names so they connect. Don James, she can call their names so they connect better to them. Oh, okay. So here we have. Okay, let me, Dawn. I'm gonna put your mic on. I see your hands. You're talking. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Yeah. The lady who the men don't look at her
Okay.
could call their name.
To make that connection. Excellent point. So, Diane, Dawn, who's on Zoom, my energy guru, said that when you're speaking with them, to use their name, and it makes a better connection with them, or call their name and makes a better connection with them. So, good point, Dawn. There's our word things, right? Using our words. So, good. I hope that's helpful. Okay, good. So, great night. Thank you. I always love doing this. I could sit here and talk to you guys all night, except I'm doing all the talking. And you're welcome, Dan. I hope it was helpful. So, if you are so inclined, please join me here next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Not on Facebook, on Zoom. We're going to do a meditation for our spiritual boundaries collectively. I hope you join me on Zoom. If you are not connected with me via email, please go to karenstrumas.com newsletter and sign up to receive my newsletter. I don't send you a whole bunch of stuff. I send you a weekly newsletter, and I keep you up to date on Facebook Live, and I keep you up to date with meditations, and occasionally I send you an email for a little perk, but that's about it. So I won't try and sell you all kinds of stuff. You don't have to worry about that in any way. So hopefully, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Yeah, good. Bye for now.